Yeah, okay. So this is about to be the massive battle going on at the top. Gordo is sending his Thor force down here, and this is right when there's an SCV transfer to Will's expansion. Um, so apparently it's really hard for my computer to... Oh, the siege tanks and planetary fortress combined, just doing a huge amount of damage to those Thors. We have a bunch of Marines come in here and hopefully target fire. Oh no, the Thors managed to take out the planetary fortress, but all these Marines are going to take down the rest of the Thors, and basically just a few Marines left. Hopefully he's going to push forward and take a look at what's down here. We got Gordo expanding to his to a second expansion. He doesn't have a lot of SCVs on his expansion here, though. If that's one thing that I would say Gordo could improve in his game, he really needed to build a lot more SCVs. He does have mules here, but like each one of these bases should have 26 SCVs at it. If we take a look at the units tab, Gordo is light purple. He has 29 SCVs, and now he's putting up his third base, whereas 29 SCVs is like not even quite enough to saturate one base. So really would have helped him out. Taking a look at Martha, he's only got 22 SCVs. So yeah, these Marines are taking out Gordo's fresh, brand spanking new expansion. That is going to be a little bit annoying. He's sending 3 Thors to try to fight off way too many Marines. Really needed to hold off and wait for reinforcements. Huge amount of banelings though, and that is going to clean up these Marines, no problem. So the help from Novastorm definitely managed to take that out. So that's what happened. And then we gotta speed this up back to 8 times, because at some point, okay, this is where I take out Eladimir's northern base, and Eladimir comes and loses all his Thors. He's got to run away from my cloaked banshees, and the banelings have to run away. Now, what do we got here? We have Will. He has a significant drop coming, so I am going to slow that down. That is 4 loaded dropships, and God forbid that he actually runs into any turrets or Thors. There is one Thor there. It is going to get at least 1 or 2 shots off on these, I can tell. Now, not quite enough to do too much damage. Dropping all the Marines down, and the Thor does not pick off any medevacs. Looks like a good deal of Marines here. Got to get those back into the fight. And Thor goes down. We got 2 battle cruisers for Gordo coming out. And 2 battle cruisers is probably enough to take out this amount of Marines. Although stimmed and focus firing, those Marines do take down that 1 battle cruiser. The second one is very close to falling. Could use these SCVs to come attack the Marines, but unfortunately this expansion is about to go down for Gordo, and that is what happened while I was focused on that northern front, I should call it. And then the banelings, of course, coming in and cleaning up the rest of these Marines. Boy, those banelings just doing a huge number on those Marines on the south side. So anyway, we got Eladimir coming back up here. He's got his Thors, he's got his SCVs. He has 1,300 minerals saved up because he only has 1. No, he's still getting gas from 2 bases, but it's just so gas heavy to be making these Thors, I guess it makes sense. Now I see how many Thors are there and I back off. Those medevacs are going to go down pretty fast. I only have 1 Thor, a couple Marines, and yeah, I cancel a command center I was going to build up there. And now I get a few reinforcements. 1 Thor was kind of getting ahead of the group, so I decided it's time to turn around and start focus firing. I do manage to take out a good amount of Thors. Only got 2 Thors left and a Raven with point defense drone. That point defense drone is going to win him this battle easy. just takes out all of the Marine Marauder fire. We got a huge battle going on over here. Looks like Xexodus moved in with his carriers, taking out battle cruisers. Already has taken out this base, and this is about the time that oh, more lag. This is just brutal. I should have actually loaded it up first and then rewound it. But yeah, with this amount of carriers moving in, especially as low as the economy is getting, for these, I guess I should call them the southern group? I don't know, the group of three. Just not going to be able to fight off this amount of carriers. Eladimir did what he could just fighting me, but he had to bring his armies back. Could not force any more pressure, and I am still on 2 fairly full mining bases. I'm going to be able to macro up a decent sized army. And yeah, I got a few Thors here, but if there's some good target firing done by Xexodus, he's going to be able to take the Thors out. Just way too many carriers for that to deal with. The Marines are firing at the interceptors. You cannot have that happen. You have to specifically target a carrier, and they might be able to polish this off. They do see he was weak. The Marines do polish off 1 carrier, but they are, you know, you lose 1 carrier taking out 3 or 4 Thors and a bunch of Marines and some buildings. Those carriers are just massive. Take out the missile turret. There's not too much left here. Eladimir does have 2 planetary fortresses there, 2 command centers here, so one of these is probably going to become a planetary fortress. Looks like Novastorm is trying to expand up here in the top right of the map, but Gordo leaves the game. He has lost all of his production ability. So let's just take a look at the economy. Oh, look at all the money that Novastorm has. Now, I'm not sure if she just got a huge influx from Gordo or not. But yeah, it looks like 3,000 minerals for Eladimir as well. He should have about 8 barracks going on right now, just constantly pumping Marines out. And Novastorm has lost 1 or 2 hatcheries. Looks like Will is getting ready to just... What a strange place to put the siege tanks sieged up. Can't actually shoot at the hatchery, but is shooting the larvae. So that's pretty funny. I've got my force moving out up in the top. Looks to me like these carriers are just doing all the cleanup work. Any Thor that pops out of the factories for Eladimir is going to have to deal with 5 carriers. They have been whittled down, and there is 1 or 2 carriers that are down to very low health, but they have just done all the damage in the world, managing to finish off this planetary fortress. The SCVs come and try to do a little bit of help fighting this army off, but I don't think a single one of them actually did any damage. And Novastorm has left the game. Xexodus has a ton of carriers still destroying the main base, and Will has... Oh, he unsieges tanks in order to be able to shoot that hatchery. Eladimir still is struggling to hold on. He's got 2 SCVs here repairing the planetary fortress, and just not quite enough to hold off this army of people firing at it. There is 1 planetary fortress left. Not sure if that's going to go down or not before... Oh, we do have 3 Thors though, which... Oh, look at all the SCVs coming to repair this planetary fortress. Are they going to be able to hold it off? There's just not quite enough SCVs. That planetary fortress goes down, and Eladimir leaves the game, and that's game over. Just an epic 4 versus 3. Taking a look at Martha's base, I think well, he had a ghost academy up and things like that, but not exactly sure. Yeah, look at that. He had saved... Oh, I guess this is the end of the game, so you can't really tell, but... Yeah, I think he must have saved up a significant amount of money there. Probably could have done with... oh, he did have a force of Marines, actually, in at the end there, cleaning things up. But, yeah, for his first game ever, he built a planetary fortress. Definitely held off an early rush, so good on you, Martha. And, pretty good, solid, well-fought game for the 3 that were up against 4 of us. So, excellent work, guys. That's it for this one.